All right, fellas. Look, here we are back in Atlanta, and we need to exercise the demons of Game 6 and 7 last season. So, Christian Scott, mate, where are you? You're on the mound, mate. You need to do a lot better than you did in Game 6, mate. That was disgustingly bad. And hitters, I'll tell you what. Whoever can hit it furthest, I'll buy you pizza. Well, of course it'll be deep dish.
Go, Cubs, go. Go, Cubs, go. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain, and welcome back to the Chicago Cubs. It is Season 8, it is Episode 2, and today we go to Atlanta to face the Braves and try and get what little redemption we can get for Game 6 and 7 last year, or 4 and 5 as well, of course, having lost the series from 3-0 up. But we are absolutely flying this season. Elly De La Cruz is worth he's worth double what we're paying him, to be honest. He's up there with leading the league in runs and home runs, I should say, and RBIs. McQuaid is brilliant. Vlad has been the disappointment of the season so far, but even that is it's not the end of the world. So let's have a quick look at how things have been going. There's no real injury here. Cooper Pratt had a really good week, one player of the week, and then is out for 2 weeks. So that's okay. We can deal with that. And now Alcantara's day to day. He'll be back tomorrow, and he's not pitching anyway. He pitched yesterday where he got a bit of an injury. So let's have a look at how we've been doing. Now, we've won 16 of 26 since I saw you last on opening day. We split the rest of that series with the Pirates. We did, however, in Game 2 here, have a walk-off grand slam in the 10th by William McQuaid. It was his first game of the season. Actually, I don't even think he was back from his knee contusion, or cut knee, to put it in layman's terms. And he hit a grand slam, so very nicely done for him. And if we want to have a look at the pitching in this one, then there we go there. Not Sandy's greatest day. Kelly had a bit of a stinker, but it was not enough to stop us on this particular day, so that was excellent. We then went to St. Louis, won 2 of 3 there. We won 2 of 3 in Texas. Unlucky, perhaps, to drop one an extra inning. Then we had our first and to date only series defeat versus the Angels. Yes, it was at home, but they're a decent side, and overall, if you add all the runs together, then we've won the series. So it's just silly that we dropped 2 in 3-2 games. But anyway, we went to Colorado then. We won 2 of 3 there. Now in Game 1, a 10-5 win. And we had McQuaid hit for the cycle, which is it's the first time, I believe, that it has happened in this series. So that was brilliant. Also 6 RBIs, so not a bad day's work for him. And yeah, it was just all very, very sweet. And there's the pitching stats. And Christian Scott got the win on this particular day, despite maybe not having his greatest day. But with the offense that we've got, pitchers just need to be competent. They don't need to be particularly good. Then we went to Seattle. We lost the first one, but then came back to win that series. Colorado came to us. We won 3 of 4 against them. We won the first game of a series here against the Diamondbacks, tick us over into May, and we managed to win that series as well. And we have to date split this series in Atlanta, so this is in a way sort of the money game today as well. So let's hope we can win this series against the Braves. So the standings, we are top against the Pirates. Now that's going to be because we've beaten them in our only series. We've sort of the season head-to-head is ours. But it's been a very, very strong start to the year. The only teams that have gone better than us are, in fact, the Angels and the Red Sox as well over there in the AL East. But in terms of the National League, no one is better than us. The Pirates are as good at us. And if we have a look at some of the league leaders, well, like I said, De La Cruz actually quietened up a little bit. He had, I think he had 5 home runs in the first week or something ridiculous. He's leading, or not quite leading the league in RBIs, and McQuaid is right there as well. Batter WAR, De La Cruz is right up there, and then wins. I think we should probably be a little bit concerned that one of our bullpen guys is up there with the wins, but that just goes to show, even if our starting pitchers aren't getting it done, then, the bats are there to get it done later in the game for us. And, the bullpen is reaping the rewards for that. So let's have a look at our overall pitching numbers. And, we can see here, it's not going too badly. Gaston, as the experimental starter, is doing fine. The disappointment so far, Joswiak, he hasn't pitched much, but he certainly he gave up 3 earned runs in 2.2 innings, so it doesn't look particularly good for him. The disappointment, though, and the man who is on the edge of being put down to AAA is John Pinto. He has pitched quite a bit, 14.2 inning, and he has an ERA of 6.75, which is a little high, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, we'll see what we get from him in the next few weeks. But he is on the edge. Montano had a bit of a rough start to his season as well, but he is coming good, and we know what he can do. He's brilliant. So hopefully he will continue to improve as well. So pitching is fairly stable. Let's have a look at the hitting. And the one change that we've got is Kevin Maid has come in for the injured Pratt. That is just purely down to injury. But you can see, with the exception of, I mean, Vlad has been disappointing. Ramirez has been a little bit disappointing as well. And he, in fact, was out of the lineup when Pratt had come in to replace him when the injury happened. The other one who's had a slow start to the year is Petey Crow. He was in a slump for a bit. He is finding his feet again. So that's good news. He should be hopefully back to his very best momentarily. So, yeah, that is how the hitters are looking. And there's not a great deal else to catch you up on, I don't think. But one thing I did want to show you is the minors. Now, we have a bit of a stacked minor league system. Now, I know they said they wanted us to get into the top 6. I don't know exactly how you do that, but we've certainly got some good players there. We've got Nate Giordano, who is just sort of waiting for his chance to come up into the majors. He's not particularly dominating AAA yet, but I suspect we will see him in the next, if not this season, then the next. Vaughn Necker is doing quite well. He has won Player of the Month in AAA, and Garland as well is someone that I've definitely got an eye on. I think one, if not both of these guys will definitely come in probably next season. Bregman is the one that we'll be looking to. I think he has next year on his contract, but these guys are just chomping at the bit, ready to come up and replace him. And then, you can see there's quite a few other, really, really good Major League Baseball guys. So let's hope that this potential actually plays out for us. So that's the hitters. Now, if we look at the pitchers, now, Necker, it says, is a pitcher. I can assure you he is not. We don't have quite as much swimming around them. You can see we've got a few guys that are two-way players. But yeah, we don't have quite as much swimming around. Hopefully, this guy here who's in Double A right now struggled in Double A when he was up last year. So we're going to give him at least the first half of this year to prove that he can do that standard before we move him up to Triple A. Possibly next season we'll see him, perhaps more likely the season after he might start and make appearances out of our bullpen, I think. So yeah, that is how the minors are looking. It's always nice to keep you up to date so you guys can see, what is coming through for us. The international one here, we've got one pitcher. I think I showed you him a little while ago. He is potentially very, very good. But we do obviously need to be patient with him and wait for him to sort of make his way through. And he's only 17, so there's a long way for him to come yet before he is ready to appear in the majors. So there we go. That is that. Let's check these lineups for our game in Atlanta against the Braves. So we've got Petey Crow leading us off in center field. DeLeon bats second in right. We've got Dela Cruz batting third. At third, McQuaid cleans up in left field. Vlad bats 5 at first base. Then we've got Namala at shortstop. Bregman DHing. Ramirez at second. Ballesteros the catcher. Christian Scott on the mound for us. A 3-0 record this season. ERA of 4.56. Up against Spencer Strider for them, who has a 1-2 record. An ERA of 7.45 and a whip of 186. Now, we've seen so many times that this seems to mean nothing when we face teams, but hopefully we can live up to those ERAs and get a nice comfortable win. It doesn't look the same Atlanta side as last year, does it? There's quite a few players missing there, I think. There's obviously a few that hang around, but when we were facing them last year in that NLCS, Harris 2 and Grisham were sort of batting 7, 8, 9, I think. So yeah, they've definitely weakened over the offseason. So welcome back to Atlanta. Petey Crow will lead us off, batting 198 this year. And he's got a 1-2 pitch when we eventually get here. So, yeah, we'll see how we go. The Braves have a 14-14 record. So, not a brilliant start for them. But, of course, it is still early days here. And Petey Crow grounds it to the first baseman and will be out at first. So, 1 away. It'll bring on DeLeon. Let's see what he can do. Batting 264. And DeLeon strikes out on a full count pitch to bring up Dela Cruz, batting 327, 9 home runs, 25 RBIs, an 0-2 pitch. And Dela Cruz strikes out to end at the top of the first. In now, Christian Scott will go to the mound to face Harris 2, who's batting 238. It is an 0-1 pitch. And it is popped straight up. In comes Dela Cruz, makes the catch, 1 away. It'll bring in Grisham now, who's batting 216. A full count on him. And that is into right field. Easily done out there by DeLeon. That is 2 away for Acuna Jr. now, who's batting 261. A 1-0 pitch. And Acuna Jr. into center field even. And Petey Crow is there. Makes the catch, ends the inning. And it is scoreless after 1. We are in a little bit of a... it's not an unfortunate, it's a good situation to be in as McQuaid is about to strike out. There we go. We've got sort of the three that are playing in the outfield this one, so McQuaid, DeLeon, and Crow Armstrong, we've also got Patterson, and they're all very, very good options. It's kind of coming down to, as we have a first hit of the game, as Vlad decides to show up for once. He was only batting 221 after that hit, so that gives you an idea of how he's doing. Namala now with 1 on 1 out, 2-2 pitch. Namala strikes out, so that's 2 away, and Bregman now batting 253. And he strikes out as well. Excellent stuff, guys. Yeah, it's sort of between Bregman's bat and... Because what we can do is put another good defensive outfielder out there in left field or in right field, wherever we want Patterson, DeLeon. I mean, to be fair, the 3 outfielders can all interchange and that we don't lose too much. And then we can move McQuaid to DH. But right now, Bregman's bat... Oh, that gets through Ramirez, and the Braves have their first hit of the game. It's a 1-out single. But yeah, right now Bregman's bat is a little bit better than Patterson's bat, and that is really the difference. As McQuaid goes across, makes the catch for 2 out, runner will stay at first, and in will come Gomez, who's batting 169 this season. A 1-2 pitch on him, and Scott gets the strikeout to end the second inning, and we are still scoreless. And Ramirez will lead us off, batting 189 this season. Full count. And Ramirez draws the leadoff walk. Now, Ramirez is on an 11 stolen base streak. Is he going to try and keep that going as Ballesteros batting 233 comes in? A 2-2 pitch, and that could be a double play. Oh, Ballesteros run. And he just about gets there. So 1 out, runner at first for Petey Crow, who's 0 for 1. A 2-1 pitch. Petey Crow grounds it to the first baseman again. So runner goes over to second with 2 out. Ken DeLeon driving a run. He's 0 for 1 today. It's a 2-0 pitch. DeLeon to the first baseman. And we will be scoreless through the top of the third. And Scott will face Cole Mena, who's batting 267. Cole Menarez. And he gets a hit up the middle for a leadoff single. All right, come on, Christian. Let's get this out. Reese McGuire batting 257. Now, he was at the Jays when we were there, which is a little while ago now, as he misses the bunt. So it's a 2-1 pitch, a 1-2 pitch even. That's into right field, and that might open the scoring. DeLeon is there, picks it up, takes his time, and their catcher, batting number 9, has a triple. So we're 1-0 down. There's a runner at third. Or did he get out? No, he's safe. And he looks like he's injured on the play as well. So he's out of the game. And Cuero, who was playing for them last year, wasn't he? He was definitely their catcher in that series. That is popped up into right field. DeLeon, how good's your arm? I don't think it's going to be good enough. And it is 2-0 in the bottom of the third. 1 out, none on for Grisham, who's 0 for 1. An 0-1 pitch. And that is a ground ball. Namala has it over to first. That'll be 2 away. And we'll see Acuna Jr. come back in 0 for 1 today. An 0-2 pitch. Can we finish it off in style? Not quite. That is absolutely belted to the left center field fence. And it will be a double. A 2-out double for Acuna Jr. And in now will come Escamilla, who is 0 for 1. A 2-1 pitch. That's a ground ball. Namala has it over to first. Vlad makes the catch. And that'll do it. But we have fallen behind 2-0. And it'll be top of the fourth. And it will be Dela Cruz to lead us off. 0 for 1 today. A 1-2 pitch. Dela Cruz strikes out. 1 away. In now comes McQuaid, who's 0 for 1. A 1-1 pitch. William McQuaid up the middle. There's a base hit. So we have our second base runner of the game. Oh no, third, wasn't it? Because we had one. We got Vlad. We got Ramirez with the walk, and now anyway, in comes Vlad now. He's 1 for 1, an 0-2 pitch. Vlad strikes out. That's 2 down. And Namala now, who's 0 for 1. An 0-1 pitch. Namala to the third baseman, and that, as they make the play at second, will end at the top of the fourth. So we are still scoreless. Reynolds will come in for them. He's 1 for 1 today. Full count. And a strikeout for Christian Scott for 1 away. In comes Vargas, 0 for 1 today. A 2-0 pitch. He hits it well into right field, but DeLeon, did he make a catch there? He did make a catch. Superior range. And that is 2 down now for Kenny Gomez, who is 0 for 1. A 1-1. That was a stunning catch by DeLeon, wasn't it? It looked like he dropped it, but anyway, excellent stuff. So nice quick bottom of the fourth, top of the fifth. It'll be Bregman to lead us off 0 for 1 today. A 1-2 pitch. And a strikeout. Yeah, how many times do we see it, by the way? Pitcher absolutely stinking the place out with his ERAs and whips and whatnot. Faces us and we play him right back into form. Ramirez draws the second. I tell you what, is Pedro Ramirez the new treadmill? Constantly walking. In comes Ballesteros now, 1 on 1 out. It's a full count. Ballesteros draws the walk. Alright, is he tiring? Are we about to see why that ERA is as high as it is? Petey Crow with 2 on 1 out. Crow is 0 for 2. It's a first pitch swing. Petey Crow down into right field. That'll find the grass out there. It'll pull one back. Will it pull a second run back? Petey Crow with a double. It's a 2 RBI double. And it does indeed tie the game. Poor old Ballesteros running from first. Needs some oxygen. And it's De Leon now with Petey Crow at second. And another walk. Alright, 2 on 1 out for Dela Cruz, who is 0 for 2. An 0-1. Dela Cruz swung, looked like it was going to hit him in the head. It was a swing of self-defense, I think. And that is 2 away. So 2 on 2 out. New pitcher now. The left-hander faces McQuaid, who is 1 for 2. A 1-0 pitch. McQuaid into right field. That is going to find the grass, and that is going to give us the lead, I think. Yes, it is. As Petey Crow comes around to score on McQuaid's RBI single. It is 3-2 for Vlad, who is 1 for 2 tonight. 2 on 2 out. An 0-1 pitch. Come on, Vladdy boy. What are we doing swinging at that? Dela Cruz and Vlad. I know I said I'd buy the person who hit it furthest a pizza, but that's ridiculous. Alright. It is Cole Menares, or whatever his name was. First pitch swing. And that is into right field. Oh, anywhere out there, and De Leon's got it covered. That is brilliant stuff. I wonder if we get gold gloves in centre field and right field this season. Cuero now, who's his first at bat of the game. Batting .226 this season. Strikes out. That's 2 down. And in now comes Harris 2, who is 0 for 1 with an RBI. It was the sack fly, wasn't it, last time up? That's a pitcher killer. Back up the middle into centre field for a 2-out single. And Grisham comes in now 0 for 2. Can we end this inning? It's an 0-1 pitch. Seemed unnecessary. So that is 2 on 2 out now for Acuna Jr. Not the man you want at the plate in this situation. It's a full count and he does strike out. Well done, Scott. And we do take a lead into the 6th. Norris to face Namala, who is 0 for 2. A 1-1 pitch. Namala through the right side of the infield for a leadoff single. It'll bring up, who's up now? Bregman, who's 0 for 2. An 0-2 pitch. Bregman, oh, that's a double play ball if I ever saw one, especially with Bregman trotting up first base. So that's 2 out now. No one on for Ramirez, who is continuing to walk at every given opportunity. He's not going to walk this time. In fact, he runs and is thrown out at first as he grounds it out to the third baseman. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. 1 run is the lead. Scott will continue to Escamilla, who is 0 for 2. It's a 1-2 pitch. And there's a ground ball. Vlad has it. Scott covers first. 1 away. It brings up Reynolds to face new man Roque. So Scott goes, what's that? 5.1 inning. 2 earned runs. Not too bad, is it? It's Roque now, that is, I say, on the mound. He walks his first man on 4 pitches, so that's not ideal. And Vargas now, 0 for 2. He grounds it into what could be a double play. No, we just get the man at first, so that is 2 away, sorry. And Gomez now, who is 0 for 2. Now, one thing that will... Oh, dear. Well, he's not going to get the win as we go 4-2 down, as Roque has destroyed a good start there from Scott. He was on a 7-game undefeated streak. That continues because it's not going to be his loss, if indeed it is a loss. But Roque is, well, not endearing himself to me. A full count, 2 out, none on. Can we get out of this 6th inning? That should do it. Anything in the air near De Leon is out. And there we go. So, work to do as we go to the top of the 7th. Ballesteros will lead us off. He is 0 for 1. It's a 2-1 pitch. And Ballesteros grounds it to the first baseman. Pitcher covers, 1 away. In comes Petey Crow now, who is 1 for 2. Hit the 2 RBI double last time up, of course. It's a full count. Petey Crow to the first baseman. And that will be 2 away. And it'll bring up De Leon, who is 0 for 2. And doesn't love a lefty, if I'm honest. First pitch, De Leon into right field, and, well, if he was out there, he would have caught it, but he can't catch himself. So that is 1 on, 2 out now for Dela Cruz to face new man Scott Barlow. Dela Cruz 0 for 3 today, an 0-2 pitch, and there goes the runner, not even close, and we will stretch 1 run behind. Alright, welcome back. Roque will continue. It is Cuero at the plate. He is 0 for 1 today. Came into the game late, of course. He has popped that up. De Leon means out. And that is 1 away. It'll bring up Harris 2, who is 1 for 2. It's a 1-2 pitch. And there we go. So Roque seems to have found his form now. It brings in Grisham, who's 0 for 2. It's a full count. Can we finish it off? Yes, we can. Very nice. Let's go to the 8th. We need at least 1. And it will be Dela Cruz. The one good thing about getting the runner caught stealing is that we've got Dela Cruz to have another chance. So he's still 0 for 3. He's got a first pitch swing. Dela Cruz grounds it to the... He's not having a good day today, is the old Ellie. Gave him too much credit pre-game. All right, Josh Hader will come in for them now. The lefty. Everybody's caught on that McQuaid doesn't love a lefty. He's 2 for 3 today, though. It's a 2-2 pitch. 1 out, no one on. And there we go. There's a strikeout. The one good thing, actually, about putting Vlad after McQuaid is that Vlad does like a lefty. So, yeah, it maybe can kind of counteract that as he draws a walk. So 2 on, 1 out. No, 1 on, 2 out for Namala. He's 1 for 3. It's a 3-0. So 2 on, 2 out now. And it is Bregman. Can he be a hero? He's 0 for 3 today. It's an 0-1 pitch. Bregman, is that going to drop in? It doesn't look like it. And we will need runs in the 9th. And it'll be the bottom of our order that has to try and get it done for us. Acuna Jr. will face Levi Kelly. He is 1 for 3 today. It's going to be a first pitch swing. And it is popped up. McQuaid is under it. 1 away. In comes Escamilla, who is 0 for 3. An 0-1 pitch. That is through into right field. That will be a 1-out single for the Braves. And it'll bring up Reynolds now, who's 1 for 2. A full count. That's a strikeout. Very nicely done. So that is 2 away for Vargas, who's 0 for 3. A 1-2. Oh, gets away from the catcher. Runner will go to second. A full count again. There's a strikeout. All right, let's go have a bat, boys. Let's get some runs. It'll be Ramirez, Ballesteros, and then we'll go top of the order for Petey Crow. Ramirez is 0 for 1 up against the new man, Evan Elliott. It's a 2-2 pitch. And Ramirez sends it straight up. That'll be 1 away. All right, Ballesteros, what can you do for us, mate? Ballesteros is 0 for 2. It's a 1-2 pitch. Oh, it's 2 down, and we're not going to get much revenge here, are we? 1 for 4 is Petey Crow. It's another 2-2 pitch, and he didn't even swing. Well, that's disappointing, isn't it? So not our greatest performance, that one. It does leave us only second in the division now, but top of the wildcard standings. Early days, so long to go yet. It doesn't particularly matter, but yeah, would have been nice to beat them there, but yeah, we just didn't. Just the bats weren't quite with us today, were they? So that can happen. But if you've enjoyed that anyway, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. We'll be back next time. We'll come back for, let's see where June takes us. Let's come back to host the Cardinals. They're a divisional rival. So we'll do that. And then we'll see where the season takes us from there. Hopefully, we'll still be top of the division or back top of the division by the time I see you for that one. But until then, take care.